Alright, I'm cute to spectate. There's no password, I don't think.
There is on Sir Mix, at least on mine. Game 123.
Uh, really, hmm. It hasn't made me, it hasn't asked me for one. Perhaps, do I need to go to the custom games and click on it? Well, I don't know why they'd make a password. We shouldn't have a problem.
It's alright. Don't worry
Alright,
about it. I got it. It disappeared, so I'm not sure if,
alright. Alright, hello and welcome. This is, Block 2, Week 1, Eternal Knights versus, Vice. Going into this, blank slate, we don't really know anything about either teams. Trent here will be my co-host. He graciously offered to fill in for the other announcers because no one else was available. He's told me many a time that he's going to be a little rough, and I told him to be completely fine. So I want to give him a thank you for taking the time out of his day to do this for us. Just big help here, Trent.
no problem at all, man. Happy to help.
Yeah, definitely. After seeing a lot of the league games, we had about four yesterday, I believe, back to back. What do you think that the teams would have, if they've watched, would have taken away from this, and what kind of comps do we expect to see?
It'll always be interesting to see just because we don't know much about these teams. It's curious to see if they go meta picks or not. And some of the other games I've spectated from Eternal Knights, they seem to pick the meta, but it's not always a guarantee. A lot of times people try to develop these scrims that are off meta just to throw people off.
Definitely. Do you think that we'll see typical bans, or will we see the Susanoo and Bologna slip ups that we saw several times yesterday?
Again, really hard to say. It's a matter of who you want to fight against. I know, for instance, a lot of teams have been practicing specifically against a Susanoo just so they don't have to ban him. If you can get away with doing that and you have the team comp to counter him, it's kind of nice to force somebody into it.
All right, I've been put into the
Uh,
bans, so are you ready to
Likewise,
see?
I'm
All
right there with you.
right, so are you ready to see this? First ban, Ravana.
First ban Ravana. See, he's still really powerful in jungle. That makes me kind of think they're going with a mid laner who doesn't like to, who could easily be poked out with not a great escape.
Definitely. We saw him
Possibly like
today
a
in the
Vulcan pick.
SPL. Oh, Bologna ban. That's
Yeah, they
two
are.
bans for solo, and
Yep.
one ban for jungle technically. Oh, wait, no ban.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Camazotz ban. That's an interesting ban as well.
They might be what's it called? Ban tailoring to their opponents, having looked them up on Forge and stuff. Definitely love the research that they put into this stuff, the way that they do it, and so on. Definitely showing the
Yeah,
competitive nature of PlayStation.
looks like so far meta bans, except for maybe the Camazotz. Camazotz could go either way. It kind of depends. Again, it makes me feel like they're definitely going with an immobile mage. Both of those picks as jungle picks could easily destroy a mid laner. So pretty much just standard ban so far. Let's see who they go with. Last I saw, Sir Mixit was their mid laner. Let's see if he picks up a mage.
What I feel like the Eternal Knights, Eternal Warriors is that right on the left here. What they were going for is actually letting through the Bologna or the Susanoo so they could pick it up themselves. Having first pick would give them that advantage.
Definitely. So we see the Scylla pick up into a Chang'e. Chang'e can be nasty too. Very good flex pick as well.
Switched up to a Thoth hover.
Not locked in yet. Yeah.
And there's the
See what they
Thoth.
decide to go with.
You play on
There's
a
a
team
lot.
that has a particularly strong Thoth. What do you feel about this pick? You feel like it's a counter to Scylla?
Thoth is pretty much a good counter for anyone except for the junglers. From the mage position, he's really hard to counter. Agni stands your best bet at just stopping him in engagements because of his long-range stun, but for the most part, you can't really box him 1v1 as a mage unless you can get really up close to him. So I feel like Thoth's a good counter pick to the Scylla, just because he can keep the range that he needs in order not to get poked out. Scylla late game is scary.
Mm-hmm.
The Ganesha pickup, that's interesting too. And then we have a Sun Wukong on the side of Eternal Knights.
Definitely Sun Wukong really strong after his passive got changed from critical chance to just power.
Shibalanke on Shamja. I saw him playing this last game. He plays very aggressive. It'll be interesting to watch this duo lane against the Ganesha. It's going to be a lot more difficult.
Mm-hmm.
We got a Loki pickup. I don't know if this is a solo pick or a jungle pick. To be honest, it could be anything. We saw Loki 80 carry in one of the other matches.
We saw Loki solo in the game after that too.
Yep. It's been a popular pick just to distract people. It's not played very often in Conquest, so it's kind of hard to practice against.
Definitely. Loki can split push very well, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, and that it looks like it was going to be Loki carry into Apollo instead, or they prioritizing the Apollo over the Loki.
Yeah, Loki's not likely to get a ban here,
Mhm.
especially not from anyone on the other side of this. No one's really in danger of getting Loki deleted. If you go
Uh,
with somebody immobile like a Zeus or something, I could see maybe a Loki ban, but just doesn't warrant it right now with still with a great escape.
Eternal Warriors. I mean, I know the Vice just looking like they have a lot more rotation potential with Apollo and Thoth, but
Definitely. A
but
lot more speed
Eternal
on their side
Warriors,
right now.
but Eternal Warriors definitely looking like they have a lot more lockdown, wouldn't you say?
I think the CC chain right now is about even, just because Apollo has that great mesmerize. It looks like no one really on the side of Vice could get ganked very easily. Too much escape possibility. Apollo just mezzes somebody to put them to sleep and runs away. Ganesh has the easy lockdown and the run through any obstacles. Absolutely great escapes. So it'd be difficult to lock down anyone on that side right now.
The next
But
bands
Sun
are
Wukong
Chalk
definitely a
and
lot of CC.
oh yeah, the knock up, the stun into the fly that he can just run away. I believe Awilix can pull him out of the fly, right?
Out of the out of his bird form, yes, I believe so. The
Surprising to
Khepri
see that
ban, that's
ban.
not really that surprising. I see the
Uh,
Khepri ban oftentimes when somebody goes Thoth because it's very frustrating to land that big ultimate just to have Khepri have ulted somebody at the last second. Very difficult
Definitely.
to predict.
I mean, after this next patch where Kefri gets nerfed and and Sereno stays strong as ever. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think we'll
of
see a little
course.
bit less.
Uh, Looks like they're definitely worried about junglers though. They banned out Mercury as well. It's an
Uh,
interesting ban for their team comp right now. It didn't look like Mercury would be too detrimental to this team, but they're still
no.
worried about it.
I mean, I guess the really scary part about Mercury is his ability to ult into the back line and cause that momentary spin where you're sort of disorientated, and then with 1-2 punches, he would almost instantly kill Scylla, like most definitely.
Definitely a possibility.
Hmm.
The Scylla ult is more what I was thinking of in regards to that, just because that big CC and the long timer on that CC immunity is so clutch. All
We
right,
saw
we see
some
the
Thor
Thor pick up to
yesterday.
the jungle side.
Ooh, and Thanatos pick up on the left on Eternal
Sylvanas a
Warriors.
great pickup. Yeah,
Yeah.
Sylvanas is a great pickup into this comp. Ganesh doesn't really have that sort of sustain to help him out.
Hmm.
All right, and then we see the Thanatos pickup. Very
And,
interesting switches.
and then we see it going to the Thor and the Osiris. This will be interesting. Osiris versus Sun Wukong. I don't see anyone with a definitive advantage right now. Neither of them really counter each other, in my opinion. Osiris counters healers like Bellona and Chalk, but Sun
Yep.
Wukong is his ult makes him CC immune, so I'm assuming that puts him out of the ult.
Uh, it doesn't actually reduce the healing. If Osiris goes like Witchblade, Sun
Hmm.
Wukong will still get virtually no healing up in his ultimate. However, it's very difficult to go Witchblade into this team comp just because you're not really going to get a whole lot of time on them. You're going to want a lot more damage and a lot more sustainability, and definitely you're going to need Frostbound on. That's the only way you're going to keep up with their team comp. Like I said, there's a lot of escapes on the side of Eternal Knights right now. Pretty much Thanatos is the only one who doesn't have an escape.
His ultimate can classify
So
as escape in worst in a very specific case scenario.
definitely. Definitely. It doesn't look like there's any sort of healing or anything crazy that should happen in order that Thanatos couldn't execute. We'd be curious to see what happens in regards to this, though.
Some of our
It could
viewers
be a
want to
great
talk about
counter.
the Jeepalanke. I don't know. He said very good. Said that they're saying it's
Shivalanka's
very
got
good.
a very he's a very interesting pickup here. He's not necessarily a meta hunter right now, but since they reduced the mana cost of his one, he can actually keep it procced a lot longer, especially early game.
Hmm.
Uh, into an Apollo, you're looking about even at boxing right now. I don't really think one definitely has the advantage or not. Every advantage Apollo gets from his passive, Shiba can nullify with his ultimate that actually impacts a boxing match. Whereas Apollo's ultimate you don't really use in a boxing match. So 1v1, it's kind of balanced. In fact, in my opinion, for the duo altogether, it looks very balanced. Sylvanas has those great AoE hits just to keep the lane pressure, but Ganesh has that amazing one clear right now that buffs that will buff Apollo. They're basically going to have very easy clear for the first two levels.
Hmm.
So it'll be interesting to see what Shiba can do to that. The poison darts may help deter some of the push, but I think in the end, the Sylvanas pickup is just going to be the better overall choice for support in this game.
So who do you predict pushing? What lanes do you think will be pushed up in the beginning, and who do you think will win their lane later in the game?
It's very interesting on the split right now. Thoth he's most likely going to pick up his one, and he's got decent clear, but he has to stand there and take that Scylla hit. So it kind of depends on if he chooses to do that. Basically, mages right now who have an AoE that drops on the wave have the advantage over Thoth because he has to stand in the wave in order to clear. So unless they get a lot of pressure and push Scylla under tower, Thoth is going to eat a decent amount of poke. Same with Thor unless he gets his 3. The Thor hammer is great for clearing early, but often people opt to go for the 3 instead.
I know, I love to spin to win.
Oh yeah, a lot of people do. On the solo lane side, I believe Sun Wukong is going to win the early pressure. But I believe by level 3 or level 4, Cyrus will be able to easily sustain with those AoE basics and the procs from Death Toll. It just gives him so much more ability to stay in the game.
Definitely.
But like I said, duo lane, eventually Sylvanas is going to win. So we'll see if that impacts the game before level 5 or not. I just started loading in. What about you?
Yeah, I am as well. As long as you're watching from the moment it goes, you're good. Bless me. Excuse me.
Bless you. So we see a lot of these, a lot of the mastery borders here. Looks like 3 platinums on the side of Vice. Doesn't necessarily mean anything, but last split it looks like they probably played together a little bit in Conquest.
Definitely.
And unranked Sylvanas, very interesting going into a match like this of this importance with unranked character. It doesn't necessarily indicate it. He could always be hiding his stats, but unranked does not always bode well. That Apollo looks very skilled. Looks like he practices Apollo a lot. He's probably has him down pretty well. I definitely think solo lane side, Sun Wukong is going to be a much bigger bully right now. Cyrus takes a lot of time and a lot of skill in order to really get good at. And at Mastery level 1, I'm going to guess he hasn't had a lot of opportunity. I just loaded in.
I am too. We should be synced up for now for the rest of the game until ult starts spamming anywhere and the game slows down for some reason.
Fantastic. All right, so we have Scylla, Sir Mix-It. Then we have Night Stalker on the Sun Wukong in the solo lane, Shamaja, who I will just refer to as Sham because I'm pretty sure I'm butchering his name, on the Shiva Lanke. Then we have Mike the support on the Sylvanas, and Snake Eyes in the jungle on Thanatos. Over on the other side, for Team Vice, we have No Limit Storms on the Osiris and solo lane, upgrade only on that Apollo, Astro Kitty as the support on Ganesh, Soggy Taco on the mid lane Thoth, and in the jungle you have Black Bullet 9 on the Thor.
Definitely.
Switch over to item sets here and see if they're doing anything special.
Nothing as of yet. Taking a quick look at it, Death's Toll for Osiris into boots, Thor going Mumba's Mask and Bluestone, Apollo going for the early attack speed with Death's Toll and first tier of interval, a Watcher's Gift and Luna's Mask for Ganesh and
very
Sandglass of
Time.
Time.
On the Sylvanas though. Sylvanas went full cooldown boots. This will be interesting. It does help a little bit early, but you're also very vulnerable to attack. Interesting pickup on Shiva Lanke here. Looks like he's possibly going into Shifter Shield and tier 1 of Kin Size. This will be interesting. I want to see, I'm not quite sure on the tier 1 stats of how much power that gives you, but typically starting 2 tier 1 items is not the most beneficial. Let's see if it pays off for him. Possibly if something is practiced.
Definitely, I've seen a lot of Shifter Shield starts lately. Now that Shifter Shield gives you 70 power, and then when you low 50 protections in both magical and physical, it's an interesting item for you if you want to go back in, especially with when you can control when you're below 50 health with the Sylvanas around at all times. It's probably a good pickup for him.
No one looking to really apply any poke right now. Duo lane throwing basics, but no one's really landed any. There's the first hits. Wave isn't even there on the duo lane side yet, though. Sun Wukong's actually starting under his own tower. Very interesting choice. He's actually getting boxed pretty well right now by the Osiris. My prediction is possibly wrong here. Sun Wukong's scared to even clear right now.
I'm just surprised.
I
haven't seen any cudgel.
Solo lane side is definitely winning pressure here.
Oh yeah, Sun Wukong is getting bullied out by the Osiris.
He's getting pushed hard already.
Wow, and there's the cudgel. And there's the cudgel. I didn't see it for the wave at all. Was he afraid of ingressing, causing minions to come poke at him, perhaps?
Yeah, he didn't. He backed off hard. Looks like mid and jungles both each went to their own respective camps. No one trying to invade here. Too scared to poke. That actually bodes well for Thoth, actually. Just
And
because it takes him a while to come online. Oh, he's walking right into that Thanatos though. A lot of poke on the Thoth early.
definitely. What time are you
Thanatos
at?
lands his entire hit. Minute 18.
Alright, I'm gonna pause at 123.
Understood. Sylvanas taking a lot of poke. I paused at 124.
Okay, so I'm at 125 too, and on my go, okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Looks like Sylvanas just fell.
Yep.
On the duo lane side, he got caught out. A lot of pressure by that Apollo as predicted because of that Ganesh. The Ganesh buff is just too strong. Looks like Thanatos invading up here on the red brick camp side. Shiba just having to play back and play very careful right now. Apollo dashing in. Ganesh just hit level 3, silencing out the Shiba Lanke. And Osiris with the early kill over there on Night Stalker. Shiba having to back. Osiris stealing a blue. Osiris is really bullying him out of lane right there.
Definitely. I'm surprised to see that from the Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong should be able to sit back and cudgel the wave and then let it come to him and clear it.
It should be an easy clear for him, however he's doing it very unsuccessfully right now. So despite the invade from the Knights, it does look like they're falling behind because Vice has that great solo lane pressure right now.
Jeez.
See, Thoth just hitting level 4, Shiba stuck at level 2 right now. That's going to be detrimental to them over there on that duo lane side. It'll be awfully rough. Told you, I don't believe his start has the most power optimal, and he definitely doesn't have those boots, so he's in a very risky position over there. He was fortunate to get out the first time, but unfortunately with no items online and Apollo already at full Ichable, he's going to have a lot of trouble over there boxing in that lane.
Yeah. Apollo's a hunter that really thrives on pin and attack speed there.
Yes, and he's got it with that item.
Yep.
Sun Wukong looking to finally retaliate at level 3. Getting a lot of poke onto Osiris, but he's popping pots. It looks like he's going to stay around.
Osiris level 5 to his 3. The early game difference in clear, just detrimental to the Sun Wukong, really.
Sun Wukong still in the fight right now, but Osiris
Thoth
is
trying to pop his ult.
Rock.
And hitting the Thanatos.
Thoth landing it on the Thanatos. Great wall from Thor there to keep that fight in. Great wall. That absolutely set up the Thoth, made it super easy. Couldn't even miss his ult if he tried.
Even as the Scylla rooted him.
Yep, no chance at all for Thanatos to get out there. That's what I was saying as far as the escape goes. He's the only one without it. If they can pick on him early, they'll stand a good chance of getting ahead.
Definitely.
Looks like duo lane side is still losing with the Ganesh aggression. Looks like Sylvanas going to get caught out again. There's the Sunder. And they just force him on the tower. He manages to escape alive for now. Shiba Lanke sitting at level 4, same as Sylvanas. You don't really want your support to be as leveled as your carry. Does not bode well. Apollo just hit 5 and Ganesh hits 5.
Thanatos looking for that gank here.
Thanatos coming on the gank. Ultimate is available. There's the aggression. There's the Ganesh ult. A lot of damage coming out of Thanatos on the Apollo. Apollo sank down. Thanatos very low, but he secures it on the Apollo. Gets a little bit of health back from his passive. Oh, but he misses the scythe. He makes it out alive anyway. Ganesh
if he had landed that scythe, that could have
secured that kill.
If he had landed that scythe there, it could have come back in with like about half his HP. The Ganesh really low and gotten another possible kill.
Definitely. Looks like the Osiris is still bullying out that Sun Wukong right now. Oh, here comes the invade. Invading, and they stole the speed away from Thanatos since he was in that duo for so long. Looks like they're stealing the blue again. This is Scylla coming up behind. Puts a decent amount of damage onto the Thoth. Scylla ult down. Lands it on the Osiris, who's not in any danger of dying right now. Oh, bad wall from Thor. Puts him out of position. And looks like they're going to get the Sun Wukong ult nice and early. Osiris doesn't see the Thanatos. Oh. And it looks like disengage.
Thanatos still looking for that kill.
Behind. Still looking for it. Onto the Thoth. That would be the great target. There's the silence. Misses the scythe. And the Saint. Looks like Thanatos going to make it out. Thoth still applying some pressure. And the Osiris comes in. There's the Shiba Lanke ult trying to save him. And unsuccessfully. Osiris with the credit for the kill. Thoth did waste ult there, unfortunately, but he still got the credit. Sun Wukong level 6 to the level 9 Osiris. He's still in the fight, though. He's still boxing pretty hard. Probably shouldn't be boxing into the wave, though. Osiris landing a lot of damage on him. Tower diving. Gets the stun off, but has to step out of tower range.
And the Thor comes from the left. Can he make a play?
Thor coming in.
Double tap and spin to win.
Double tap's good, and there's the kill. Nicely done. Great play by the Thors. Unfortunately, no maps or no wards down on there for the map awareness. All right, looks like you had Thoth just back in mid. Osiris engaging on the Sylvanas. No carry over there to save him. Sylvanas ults to get away. They're putting a lot of damage on him still.
Yeah. What do you have to say about the builds thus far? Looking at Eternal Knights.
Sylvanas is looks like he's going into like a healer build. Probably going to get Celestial Legion Helm, or possibly Lotus Crown. It'll be very helpful, but it's not a tanky item. If they keep engaging on him like this, he's going to die awfully fast. His heals will be beneficial, but it's not actual defense, if that makes sense. He can't heal as fast as they can deal the damage to him, especially not with how aggressive this Apollo is playing. And with that Ichabod, he's going to be shredding. Let's see some of the other builds we have going on. Looks like we have the Deathwalker build coming out from Osiris over there. Part of the reason why he's so tanky and so aggressive right now. Sun Wukong just now getting full boots online. Xbalanque ulting, but not able to actually apply any pressure at all. There's the Ganesh ult, and he pins the Sylvanas to the wall, and Sylvanas falls awfully fast over there in the duo lane. As I said, no real defense for the Sylvanas. He's going to get caught out a lot right now with this build, I believe. Let's see, Thanatos just now getting full boots online. Can't really tell which items he's going into. Looks like Thor's going into the basic Hydra's Lament. Very good item on Thor. Alright, Sheba with very interesting build options right now. He's got 2 tier 2 items and a tier 1 item of Bloodforge. I don't necessarily agree with this choice, but again, if he's practiced it, if it's what he's comfortable with, it's better to go with your comfort than to try something new in a scrim.
Yeah, or perhaps he's just nervous. I've never seen this build before, but perhaps it can work.
There's no telling at this point. I also think he's afraid that he's already so far behind, he's just trying to get any power he can online. Looks like they killed the Osiris over in the solo lane. I missed it. I'm not sure if Thanatos ulted for it, but they got credit for it. Thanatos getting credit for the kill. Looks like they're still pretty strong over there. They may get a little poke on tower, but Thor's rotating in. Thor ult going up. If he lands on this, he could land on a Sun Wukong. He lands, does a lot of damage, and finds the kill.
Yep, and he gets out pretty easily.
Way too easily. Unfortunately, right now that Thor is just he's at level 9 right now. He's doing a lot of damage. Sun Wukong only at level 8. It really is rough as a solo laner when their jungler is out leveling you.
And there's some action going on in over dual lane, and Apollo gets the kill along with Ganesh, securing the kill, feeding it to the Apollo with his passive.
Oh wow. Yep, that Ganesh passive is so strong, especially for a hunter who likes to play aggressive. It just allows him to be able to secure the kills.
Scylla rotating to left lane, trying to save their tier 2 tower from the Apollo and Ganesh.
If he's not careful here, he's going to get caught out of position. That Apollo is really aggressive. Scylla popping ult early. Looks like she landed on the Apollo. Apollo's really low, but there's the turn. Ganesh with the knockup, and the secure on the kill. We may have to speak to that Apollo. I'm not sure if that was a taunt there or not.
I'm not sure either. I'll need to take a look at Ganesh's abilities and sayings in a bit. See if that was a taunt.
Popped by Xbalanque. They try to find the Apollo. Unfortunately, he's already out. Ganesh doing a great job of silencing off the Xbalanque to keep him from getting there in time. You have Thor rotating over here. Sheba's a little bit out of position, and they're definitely under leveled compared to the Thor. Thor sitting at level 10, Sheba only at level 6, and there's the double kill. Unfortunately, playing way too aggressive, trying to kill a support there. Not the best strategy.
Definitely.
Let's rotate back over to the solo lane side. The level 9 is still holding his own relatively well against the Osiris, despite the fact that he's dying a lot. Pops ult early, just to heal up. Osiris not going into any anti-heal, so it looks like every time Sun Wukong's going to ult, he's still going to end up back at full before he has to engage again.
Yep.
Still playing relatively safe after that unfortunate kill on her a second ago. They're
Thor,
getting their buffs invaded rather hard right now.
3-man rotation onto solo lane, it looks like.
Yeah, once that ult is down, they know Sun Wukong is still under level. They could still get an easy pick on him.
Thor backing
Looks like
off.
there's a bit of positioning issues here. With so few wards down, it doesn't look like... Oh, unfortunately, Thor just left his team. Ganesh a little bit out of position. Thanatos aggressing on him.
Thanatos missing his ult.
Incoming. Thanatos missed the ult. Ganesh hiding inside his own ult. And Ganesh falls.
Snake Eyes being the backbone of his team.
Xbalanque popping ult, not really sure here. Yeah, Snake Eyes is definitely doing his best to try to keep his team in this. Unfortunately, really difficult to do when you're behind like this, but Thanatos has that great ability with his scythe because his percentage damage so strong.
Doesn't matter who you are.
Playing really aggressive over here. He gets the tier 2 tower and the kill on the Sylvanas, who just can't do anything to get out and no defense online. He did go with that protections build, but unfortunately, as I said, it's not real defense. Scylla trying to come in on the Apollo again, landing her whole kit. There's the ultimate, sanked out by Apollo.
And Xbalanque chasing.
Apollo standing there with full confidence, but Xbalanque is chasing.
And he gets the kill.
Level 7 to this level 12 though. And Apollo gets the kill.
Yeah.
I like that he's still trying to play aggressive. At Xbalanque, you have to. If you get those kills early, you do a lot. Looks like Osiris is proxying wave on the solo side, getting really far ahead. Apollo still dancing with this Scylla, putting out a lot of damage. Thoth with the follow-up. Great save. Great save by the Thoth there. I think the Scylla had him.
Yeah.
They're going to start up Gold Fury. Sylvanas the only one in position to contest unless this Thanatos can get over here, but I don't think they know what's happening.
What time are you at,
I think
actually?
they don't have enough wards down. 12 minutes exactly now.
Alright, I'm going to pause at 12:10, and then you meet me at 12:10, okay?
Understood. I'll tell you. I'm there in 3, 2, and
Alright.
1. Unpause.
Okay.
Alright, Xbalanque is still ulting. Looks like they're trying to help out the solo lane side with that ultimate. Osiris still alive, fighting too. Thanatos ult misses. There's the Osiris ult. Great counter. Thanatos down. Double kill for Osiris. Fighting two that entire time solo and getting both kills, despite the Xbalanque ult to try to help him out.
No Limit doing a very good job in solo. Yeah, No Limit doing a great job in solo lane. Even winning the early game.
Completely mispredicted his skill ability.
Definitely. You know, I think sometimes gods just click with people, and you just can't stop
They're
it.
diving on this middle tower. Thoth misses his ult and gets wrapped under tower, taking a lot of damage from the Scylla. Scylla ult pops. Thoth dodges it. Ganesh misses his dash. That would have been a kill there. They're diving too. Scylla pretty strong right now, doing a good job of juking. Unfortunately, she's so far down in level, she should have had that kill. But she did a great job there, staying alive against two people diving her.
Osiris and Thor picking up Portal Demon really quick.
Nice job on their part. Definitely fighting for objectives too. Looks like they're doing a great job of splitting it up between kills and objectives. Sylvanas goes down before he can even ult. Just not enough tank. The Thunder by Ganesh to secure the kill for the Apollo. Thanatos over on this side, but at 4 levels down, he's not going to have much ability. Thor going in, but the Thanatos outboxes the Thor. Apollo ult. Scylla comes over to help. Thanatos really low. Scylla misses her crush. Thanatos falls, juking with the Scylla there. Unfortunately, she already used her dash to get into the fight.
Popping meditate.
She's juking. It's only a matter of time, though.
With no one around.
She may be out. No, unfortunately not. Oh, the Shiva ult, so close at helping. Meanwhile, that split push is happening this entire time. The solo laner for the Knights comes in to try to help. Ganesh pops his ult. Ganesh one shot. Finally, Sun Wukong is able to find the kill. Sun Wukong ulting, and the Apollo's there. Sun Wukong going. Sun Wukong plays aggressive here, and Apollo just dashes away.
Yeah.
Osiris finally rotating in to help his team after he's already split pushed pretty far down the lane. No Limits getting ready to aggress on his fellow solo laner. Unfortunately knocked up and out of the range of the Thanatos scythe. Going into his ult, chasing under the Phoenix. And he finds the kill, but now he's wrapped under tower. He's going to fall down to this. One hit, and Thanatos finds the kill. Scylla, unfortunately, still not getting to claim the kill. She's 0-4 right now, putting her well behind.
Still involved in 2 of her team's 7 kills.
Yes, unfortunately, she's just way behind in gold right now as far as items go. She's sitting on just Bancrofts and, unfortunately, cooldown boots. She might find that kill. Oh, Apollo one hit, but Scylla's way out of position now. Apollo going to be able to walk away, but is Scylla? There's one hit, and there's the stun from Thor. No follow-up damage yet, and the stun from Thoth. Easy secure. Unfortunately, Scylla having to use her 3 to get into these fights is keeping her out of position. Shiva just trying to take some XP back, but he's at level 8. He's going to get bursted fast. Bad engagement, unfortunately. Tried to use his dash to get out, but the spin to win definitely does too much damage through that escape.
Yeah. Thor is just a monster. and he's been a monster in
Definitely
every
right now.
game we've seen him.
He's gotten way out of hand as far as leveling and items. They just don't stand a chance right now. They're going to have to be grouped up, and it doesn't look like they're able to. These basics from Thoth even doing so much damage. He misses his stun, though, so Sun Wukong's going to get away. Sun Wukong
Looks like they're trying to take Fire Giant. Thor already low.
Great zoning from Thoth, but Thoth is way out of position if they are able to rotate on him. Thoth using his dash, but he still finds the stun, even though he can't see that. Great stun onto that Sylvanas, despite the fact that he was blind to it. Thoth charging up ult and just absolutely deleting the support. Getting the double kill on the Shiva with his dash. Ultimate from Osiris. Team fight going very poorly. Oof, that's rough. 3 down already on the side of the Knights. Vice still chasing down kills right now and pushing the mid tower. Thoth lands a stun on the Scylla. Chasing her around the side, and Scylla's going to fall to the Apollo. Let's see if they decide to go for Phoenix here or back off and go for Fire Giant. Looks like they're a little undecided. There they go. They're going in for the Phoenix now. So few members on the side of the Knights. I don't know if they're going to be able to defend this. Phoenix is one hit. Phoenix is down.
Yeah.
Apollo finds another kill onto this Shiva Lanke. Unfortunately, Shiva's not even able to get levels at this point.
It's too late,
Sun
yeah.
Wukong. Oh, they are getting absolutely stomped right now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Thanatos ult though. Can he find the Osiris? Yes, he does. At least he takes out that heavy mid laner right now who's way over leveling the team. Thanatos still doing a great job skill-wise and ability-wise of being played into this. Scylla gets caught out before she can pop her ult, unfortunately.
Do you think next game
Thanatos.
that Vice will be banning Thanatos?
They should. Unfortunately, he's the only one been relevant right now. The Scylla's doing well, but she's just way too underleveled. Her damage should be way beyond what it is at this point. She has no items. It looks like she's probably going into Rod of Tahuti, but until that item's up, she's not going to stand much chance. She's sitting at 0-7 right now. That's rough as a mid laner.
Definitely.
She's just completely unable to help her team. Thanatos securing all the kills right now. Thanatos with 8 of the 9 kills. Just the only one on this team that's even relevant. He's got a decent build right now going. He did go with that Bloodforge option, so he can maybe dive into the team and help tank up a little bit.
Oh yeah.
All of Vice backing, probably to regroup.
Is their Fire
Looks like
Giant
Gold
buff
Fury
still
just spawned.
is their Fire Giant buff still on them?
Let's see, I think, no, it just wore off. They got that Phoenix right as it was wearing off.
Alright.
Thanatos trying to farm up any way that he can to stay relevant in this game, but him being their highest level, and he's still only leveled with the support right now.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like they're starting up with a Gold Fury. No one from the side of Vice responding yet. I don't think they know what's happening. Apollo's going for his red. They don't see it. This is going to be a steal.
But can they melt
they
it
got
fast
it.
enough? Oh wow.
Nice job. They still got it. No one from the side of Vice warded. They didn't have any idea. They unfortunately get another pick on that Sylvanas, so he's way too immobile. He's got to be in team fights, unfortunately. Sylvanas is just so easy to pick on if you ever catch him out without damage dealers. It looks like the 2 main damage dealers, Scylla and Thanatos, just not at all in those fights there. So everybody got picked off one at a time. Great group up from the side of Vice, though. Thanatos looks like he's just deciding to split push instead. Knowing that they're so far behind, he has to do something. Sir Mix back on the defensive side. Unfortunately, he has a fire wave to contend with, and the sides, and the fact that the tier 2 on the right side is falling. Thoth in behind the Scylla. He doesn't even know she's there. Taking a lot of damage. Uses her escape. Darth charging ult. And going for the 360 spin. Unfortunately, the no-scope did not work out in this situation, much like it did for our Call of Duty days. Scylla falls down to the Thor. Thoth securing the kill on that on the Sylvanas. Apollo sitting really low, but still doing a lot of damage right now. With that deicide, it's pretty much going to be over if Thanatos can't get a pick off on somebody. There's the Frenzy Pops. And Thanatos trying to defend. Titan's one shot, and the Titan falls. It's a shame that he tried to go and defend the Phoenix when he could have had easily double kills over here.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. What do you think? What do you think Eternal Knights is gonna have to do going into game 2?
Eternal Knights is definitely going to have a better team count fight. I think honestly that Sun Wukong started holding his own when he was willing to play into that into the Osiris, but he started off way too passive.
Oh yeah.
It started off pretty level, I think they have to ban Ganesh. Ganesh is so strong, and that Apollo player is very ballsy. Has complete confidence in his abilities right now. You're gonna have to be able to find a way to counter him.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's been game one here. We're going to stop this broadcast and then restart it up when they start game two. All right, thank you for watching. This has been the Reaper 01, or Zach, with Trenticus here. I'm assuming your name's Trent?
Yes, sir, and I'll meet you in game two.
All right, thank you.